1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, sell some more. 5, 6, check on the VIX. And 7, 8, better late than never here on a Wednesday. Last Wednesday trading day of the year. Continuing to watch oil take a little plummet here. Today we'll talk about that and all kinds of exciting things. I'd love to say that there's a lot of things on the board, but there isn't. I have one options position on the board for this week, and we're currently at 94% profit on that trade. That is on the VIX as well. That is UVIX. So I'm just waiting for that VIX to start running. It's going to be any time, I know it. We'll see. Anyways, another all-time high. We got a 1893 on the board. Yes. Last high was 1888. 588-2300 Empire. So let's take a look at all of the trades I've been making this week. Oh, wait, just one? Yep, I've only done one thing this week. This was Friday. So yesterday, the only thing I did is I sold off my position in Chevron, sold 1,000 shares at $152.72, put $152,720 back into my pocket, and that position cost us $142,560 to enter. So we've got $10,160 profit there. In fact, let's look at Chevron just to see. That's Carvana. There it is. Let's just see what that dividend that we have pending. We do have a dividend pending on the board. And what is Chevron currently at? 151.80. So, selling off at the 152, 152.72 looks pretty good at this moment. One moment in time. Where are you, dividend? So there was our sale yesterday, 1,000 shares at 152.72. That was the week prior. Covered call, $800. Where's the dividend? Did I already collect it? Probably did. I think I did already collect it. Yeah, there it is. $755 dividend on December 11th. So got that going for us. So that's very nice. But another huge oil position out of, and we'll talk about that in, two shakes of a lamb's tail. Let's start with gold. Let's start with the GLD. I was working on this earlier. The reason, let me pull that back up on the side too. Whoa, see a huge red candle down on Chevron and Exxon Mobil. I still have a large position in Exxon Mobil, Devon Energy, PBF Energy, not a huge position in PBF, and then a tiny position in Energy Transfer. But as you know, the last couple of weeks I've been trying to raise cash, and I've done that. We'll talk about that as well. So ExxonMobil would interest me if it comes up with a 100 handle, currently at 101.69. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. Let's go to the GLD, which is one of the two gold positions I like to track and trade. GLD is a gold ETF, and then GDX is a gold miner. Oh, okay. So that kind of plays out to the thesis. Can't really see the red candles on this particular chart that have already begun, but because this is a 3-month out, I went from a recent low in gold to where we are today, and then I dragged it out to the right. And this is on barchart.com. This is the Fibonacci retracement. You can get right here in the second down on the tools. Pulled it out just to see what it looks like the chart is saying is going to come next. Should be a pullback, even though I'm big time bull on gold through 2024. Wow, what is oil doing? What are you doing, oil? Let's go to, what do we have here? Exxon Mobil. Why don't I have USO up there? There's USO. Okay, USO 69.22. Exxon Mobil currently, it's only down 86 cents on the day, but these candles, size of these candles are scary. Okay, squirrel, get back to gold. Yeah, gold. Okay. So I think we got the next move on gold will be down. Now it could still mess around and get a triple double up here for a couple of more days, but it may be right about at its current apex. It did touch like almost 10. Are you on gold? No, you're on ExxonMobil. Edit this. I wish someone would just edit this for me. Gold did reach, what did it get up to? 193.40-ish today. And I think the next move will be downtown to Chinatown. I'm going to start really taking a strong look at around 187.82. But I'm hoping that it gets to around 186-ish before it moves back up. And then when it does move back up, it will go higher than this 193.40, according to the abacus and the magic 8 ball. That's right. So gold, looking for a move down and then a move up even higher than the 193.40. So I've been out of gold. I sold gold and silver last week as well, and Alcoa and Antero Resources. I sold a bunch of things off last week and have sold a big position yesterday, as you know. But I'll be looking to re-enter gold at 187 and below. Even if, like, say I did it in 3 tranches, one here when it gets a 187 handle, then in the 186. And if it keeps going down, I'd probably still have enough guts to jump in with another third of that investment down here in the 184s. Then if it keeps going down, I'll just turn off the YouTube. Turn off the YouTube channel. Let's go to Uncle Russ next. This is the IWM double G. IWM is an ETF which tracks the Russell 2000. We talked about this, and guess what? It has done that. It busted through 200. I missed this move. You see these big candles. That was what? Was that last week or the week before? Time flies so much. It was the 20th from what I recall. Yeah, December 20th. So that would have been last Wednesday. A week from today, it did whoop, whoop. And then I'm like, hey, I better do something. So I tried. The market had closed, but I tried to get in at like 196.50, and it just ran right by me in after hours. I never got filled. And then look what it's done since then. I missed out on all that. But guess what? You know, one of my superpowers, I don't suffer from FOMO. So I don't really have a fear of missing out because there's always going to be another opportunity. And I think it's coming. So the next move in the IWM should be a retrace back under 200 before then bouncing up to 210. So I'll be keeping an eye starting at 200. Love to get it under 197.20 on that second Fibonacci retrace if possible. Is there an opportunity where it just says, no, Bart, I'm not even slowing down, I'm going straight to 210? Yes, that is always a possibility. That's why you can always just move your numbers around, and then it becomes different. Instead of it being a 1 and a 2, could be an A, B, or a C. All those things are in play. Now oil is like actually going off the chart over here on the trading view. Dang. All right, ExxonMobil getting interesting. Whoa, gold diving too. Well, you called that one, didn't you? And then CVX, that it'll have to be in the 140s, get a 14 handle before I get interested. And then what else do we have? Let me look up here. EOG still holding on strong. And then what about Valero? Valero would have to get back into the 120s. I did sell at 135, as you know. Yeah, USO is about to approach a 68 handle, which would be starting to get my interest. So that is our look on Uncle Russ, the Russell 2000. So the idea would be for a retrace under 200. Then we start getting interested, and then we ride it up to 210 and then get out again. What's next? SPX, which of course is ETF, cash settled ETF for the S&P 500. This thing, the way it's been running, it could continue without much of a retrace all the way up to 4,900. I think it'll get there eventually anyways, before probably the end of next month. But it should take some sort of a healthy move. Let's see. Is S&P doing something? Nope, nothing. In fact, it had a big run up recently, didn't it? I mean, it's still down, but it's like even. It's at 3 down. Oil, it's only down 1.65%. That's not uncommon. I wonder why these big candles on these specific... Oh, did I miss it? ExxonMobil starting to turn green. We didn't miss anything. Let's just keep moving ahead here. Stay focused. It's a problem with all these screens. So yes, looking for SP S&P 500 going to 4,900. That's SPX. I mean, it could be real close to that 4,850 plus. It could go to 5,000. That'll be, what the story it tells moving up will hopefully give us a clearer picture. What would help me more though is to see a healthy retrace, not, just testing 4,700. So if it was able to bounce or, retrace, test 4,700. If it breaks 4,700 based on its current run, though, that might be a bit of a red flag to say maybe that local tops in, but I don't think it is. I think we still got some room to run here on the S&P 500. So let's take a look at oil and realize, or try to determine why I sold off and haven't been interested to get back in yet. And oil is frustrating. Oil is frustrating just like gold and silver, but the potential payoffs, especially for oil, can be pretty nice, but which also means then, of course, that the risk can be very dangerous. So what I'm looking at here is right now you see we're making a bit of a retrace. It loves to meander from time to time, and that's kind of what I'm watching to see. Is it going to make a break for it into the 68s on USO? Or even lower? Can we get all the way down into the 67s? When that happens, we should be able to then check the MACD over time. I would, what am I at here? How far out? Yeah, we're only 1 month out. So what I would do is then look at a couple of different things. I like to look at the MACD and the RSI in different time frames. Like if I'm looking to trade USO today, I would go to a 1 day, 1 minute chart. Okay. But first, let me finish that thought. So I am watching USO just to see the action because I'm still very bullish. I think we're going to be up here at 80 plus on USO. But how long before we get there? How much meandering goes on? And then what becomes my entry point? Because I was a little premature last time. I got in, we were over here and I thought, oh, here we go. We're going up. We did it. We did it. Then it was like, no, we're not down low enough. So then I did have a little bit of gut action and made some large purchases right through here. So I missed the bottom, but I was close. And that was while we were in Marco Island. Made some nice investments during that time and then sold off last week. As you know, still missed a little bit of that topping, which is fine because we were booking profits. So we'll be looking to see what does it test. Is it going to get into the 68s? It could get there today, possibly in the upper 68s. But will it test 67? Definitely be very interested in the 67s. For sure selling puts in the 67s because I'll be selling them at 68 or 65. You've seen me do that. But if we look at, let's clear off the tools, pull that Fibonacci off there. Okay. Then let's go to a 1 day. Then let's go to 1 minute. So if I'm looking to make specific trades during the day moves, I like to have the 1 day, 1 minute, because then I could really take a close look at what's the deal on the RSI and the MACD. Am I seeing, like we just saw, whoop, and we've got a little bit of the same story here on RSI and MACD. And right now we have differing stories. So you would be watching to see, how does this play out? Does the RSI here then curl back down like the MACD is suggesting? And there it is. It just did it right before our very highs. If you see that little turn down on the RSI, that's exactly what it was. The MACD was suggesting. So then we look at this moving number here, which is currently at 69.38, to kind of watch, is it going green or going red? So you see it going down 69.38. But right now, currently trading at what? Lower than that number, 69.30. So those are signs that it's going to continue to go south before it goes up. So then that would be if I'm looking at making specific entries. Like if USO is in the 67s because it had several days of going downtown to Chinatown and then the retracement and Elliott wave theory suggested that our next move should be up, then I'd be looking at more of the micro for an entry point. Just talking out loud, trying to learn as I go. I know next to nothing. It's just trial and error, sharing it with you as I go. This has been a nice learning curve. And look, we already went, see, that's our current oil position still is a big position according to our portfolio. So we went off our high of 1893 and already down to 1891. So that is the check-in for the day. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you had a wonderful and Merry Christmas, enjoying this holiday season. Still got a big New Year's Eve party at my brother's house, but had a great several days. Christmas party on Saturday, Christmas Eve Sunday with the Fab Five plus grandmama, with our Christmas jammies on, watching Christmas movies. If you haven't checked out the newest Grinch, did I tell you this already? The Grinch, I don't think so. I was telling somebody this. I think it's from 2018 or 2019. It's a Grinch cartoon movie. It is really good, really awesome. So the family loved that. Elf, Christmas Vacation. We watched Just Friends, which was a suggestion for one of my friends here on the YouTube. And I do want to check out 8-Bit, which was a suggestion from my friend Sean here. But once, like right after Christmas, it's like I immediately am out of watching the mood for Christmas movies. But I will test that anyways, probably alone, just to see if that's going to make the docket for next year. Because he says it's like it's a newer movie, but it's like about Nintendo and things of that nature, which fits right up to my alley from my childhood. So that's what's going on today. Thanks for being my best friend in stocks, options, and dividends. Make sure you do subscribe, like, comment, share with a lovable friend, and I'll see you in the next video.